Japan is the weirdest place I've ever been in absolutely the best way possible. And to show you what I mean, I'm traveling the entire country by rail. In this episode, my goals are to spend the night in the Capsule Hotel, ride the bullet train to my #1 bucket list destination, climb a mountain, and complete a bunch of side quests on the way. And by the way, I have never been here before. I don't speak a word of Japanese. 1 week is not enough time to see this country. I don't know if everything I have planned is even possible, and I am nervous. Sound like a fun adventure? Let's go. And thanks to HelloFresh for sponsoring this episode. My goal for this series is to see as much of this country as I possibly can and get back here to Tokyo in time for my flight home in 1 week. I'm at the Narita airport. This is nowhere close to Tokyo, so we gotta get there first. And along the way, we have a few stops to make. Oh man, line for tickets is long. It's not it. Thought I could do a cash-only machine, but that one doesn't work. I guess I'll just wait in line. I think that would be fastest. Can I get a ticket to...
Departure 330, track number 5, over there.
Arigatou gozaimasu. All right, we're in. Might as well get some water while we wait. Accidentally got tea, but that's okay. The seats are moving. This is my train. It will take me into Tokyo, and once we get there, we got a few more connections to make. They really do a great job of lining up here.
From airport, no touch.
So overwhelming. I don't know what I did wrong. You said go to the counter. Here's the counter. Japan's rail system is very good, but it is very overwhelming. We've made it to the metro. I'm not sure what this actually is, but I know that this card works on pretty much everything. Good news, we're here just in time for rush hour. This train comes like every minute or two, so we will not have to wait long. And it is definitely getting cold. Shinjuku Station. This is the busiest train station in the world. This is meant to make you calm, but it's not working. This place is overwhelming. I really just want to find any exit. Finally, some stairs. When people say that Tokyo's metro system is easy, they mean you can get anywhere. There's nothing easy about it. This store behind me is Yodobashi Camera, and it is the best store I've ever been in. This is the biggest camera store in the world, but it sells so much more than that. If you need a new electric toothbrush, just check out your options. And it's not just that building, it's all of these buildings. They sell absolutely anything you need, but I'm here for just one thing. Unfortunately, I don't know how to find it. Somehow, Yodobashi is out of stock of the thing I wanted, so we're gonna try another camera store. I thought I was more of a Yodobashi guy, but we're headed to Big Camera, and if they have what I need, we might switch. Big Camera, somewhere in here. Okay, where is it? Floors 2 through 6. The floors in Japan, overwhelming. Okay, bad news. This is the Big Camera. that doesn't sell cameras. We gotta find the cameras. This is a small part of Shinjuku Station, by the way. Unbelievably massive. Looks like I am not far from the big camera store, but I'm not close. I have no idea if this is the right way. I assume it's not, but it's underground, which means warm. This street is supposed to be cool. Let's go take a look. This is one of Tokyo's many culinary delights. And speaking of culinary delights, I'd like to quickly thank the people that made today's video possible. HelloFresh, this episode's sponsor. HelloFresh is America's #1 meal kit. Deliveries come packed with fresh and pre-portioned ingredients. They have over 50 dinner options that support any healthy diet. And everything is totally customizable, from the number of meals and portions to the delivery date and weeks you need to skip for travel, if you want. You can also just set it and forget it. Now, I love cooking, but I don't always have the time to find new recipes, buy the ingredients, and do all of the prep work. Oh my. HelloFresh saves me time and expands the list of things I know how to cook on any given busy weeknight. Sometimes the hardest part of making dinner is just figuring out what to make. So if you want to support my channel and your stomach, click the link in the description or use my code and get 10 free meals plus free breakfast for life. That's one breakfast item per box while subscription is active if you're in the US. Outside the US, the local discount will apply. Now, back to Tokyo's culinary delights. Just so smoky and crowded, but pretty neat. I suppose it is a Saturday night though, so it's gonna be crowded. The sheer number of people in Tokyo is just unbelievable. Yes. No dice at Big Camera either, but they were really nice and told me to come here and see if they have it. 3 camera stores, all out of stock. Maybe that gives you a hint of what it is I'm trying to get. I got something else instead, and I think you're gonna like it even more. I'll tell you about it later though, because my next stop is one of my favorites in Japan. You've probably heard of it. I heard these are really good. Tokyo really is unbelievable. It's just miles and miles of this. I have a friend who bought an entire suitcase to Japan so we could fill it up with these when he went home. One more stop before we head over to the Capsule Hotel. We'll try these over there. Next and final stop before we head to the Capsule Hotel is Lawson. These things are everywhere. This is one right here, and that's another one across the street. It's basically a bodega or a corner store or a 7-Eleven, but the chips are so good. Turns out that's a natural Lawson, which means they don't have the chips I like. But we can just go across the street. I like these with the children on them. Got some fried chicken as well. If this isn't the least healthy dinner you could possibly have in Japan, then I don't know what is. It is freezing out here. That's not gonna work. There we go. All right, where was I? It's freezing. I don't actually know where this hotel is. There's a bunch of this Capsule Hotel all around the city. I gotta find mine. Well, it's not that close, and it means I have to go back to the world's busiest train station. First, nobody likes cold fried chicken. Let's give this a try. Of all the fried chickens out there, I think the Japanese might do it best. This is so good for what is convenience store fried chicken. Now, I've actually been in Japan for a couple days, and my advice for navigating the transit system is use Google Maps, take your time, and go at your own pace. The system is incredible, and people say that for a reason, but it is massive. It is overwhelming, and if you don't just take a breath, it can really get to you. So together, one last deep breath before we head over to the world's busiest train station. And there's Yodobashi again. We've been in the same neighborhood, same part of the same neighborhood this entire time. Still not sure where I'm going, but out of the cold is a good start. Everything's in Japanese. Need the Chuo Sobu line. Perfect timing. That was great. We're fortunate. losing camera parts. That's not good. Having public restrooms and plenty of them in train stations is a great idea. We should do that in America. What's not a great idea is not having paper towels or even hand dryers. They should fix that here. Oh, there it is. That is where I'm staying tonight. It is right next to a train line. Hopefully they have sound insulation. This neighborhood is right around the Tokyo Dome, and I gotta say, I kinda like it. It's not quite as crazy as where I just was. The other thing I like is that people don't wait to cross the street here. They just go when there aren't any cars coming. Oh, car coming.
Is it your first time?
It is, yes. We'll talk about the capsules themselves later because eating is done upstairs in the lounge. The lounge is silent and built of exclusively hard surfaces, so the echo is real, but we still have to try those pancakes. Will he have a second? Why not? The package is already open. But surely that second package is for tomorrow. Okay, this is just ridiculous. At least salvage some dignity and get rid of that last one. Oh wow, he's just going for it. I call these children chips because there are children on the packaging, and they're just as good as I remember. Droplets flow down over your body, gently immersing you in a new shower experience. I don't know. This place is a hostel by another name. I'm pretty clearly too old to be in a place like this. There are a bunch of other people my age here, which is interesting. There are some people that are older than me. Haven't even been in the pod yet. But one interesting aspect of the pod is that it tracks your sleep. I changed my mind completely. That shower is awesome. And I get these significantly too small pajamas. The Japanese love their rules, and literally rule number 1 is no talking. So I'm gonna give you a tour of the pods, but stay quiet. The first thing you'll notice is that the capsules are arranged like a military barracks. There is a thin shade on each one for privacy, but it doesn't block out sound, and there's plenty of room for activities. Each pod has one single outlet, a retro USB port, and a dimmer switch for the light. There are some little storage shelves, and each pod is heated to a temperature of 150 degrees Fahrenheit. This blanket will not be necessary. Mattress is firm, pillow firm. This is it. This is literally the entire thing. I did promise bullet trains, but since I don't really know where I am, I need to figure out where I have to go and when. And of course I need to book a train. After making a plan for tomorrow, I spent a long time just watching the trains go by. I'm not cool, okay? Don't judge me. It's 3 a.m. and yes, those sounds are real and coming from someone in here. So let's have a quick chat. Initial impression of the Capsule Hotel is that it's just clearly, it doesn't accept 1 yen coins. The Capsule Hotel is clearly not for me. I am not the target demographic. It is pretty sick though. It's cool that it exists, and I don't think it would exist anywhere outside of Japan. Give me that. Oh, tell me this is a beer vending machine. Nope. Oh. Tough night at the 9 hours. I did not realize that snoring could even be that loud. Surprisingly, the pod was super comfortable. It was not too hot at all. The mattress was pretty good. Checkout is self-checkout. I didn't get any sleep report, but I don't need a report to know that I did not sleep last night. And today we climb a mountain. First, we gotta get there. Looks like my best bet is a walk to the Tozai line and then another walk. It is freezing this morning. I did not realize it was gonna be this cold. Tokyo before everyone wakes up though is pretty peaceful. Now we play the game of, am I on the right side? I need exit B4. Wanted to get here early to get my ticket, but this is too early.
Please select a ticket type.
That didn't work, or I couldn't figure it out. I'm not sure. I'm gonna try in here.
Today, Tokyo departing 8:15.
Perfect.
Shin Hakodate Hokuto arrive 12:15. Train name Hayabusa number 7.
Perfect.
Car number 9 is green car.
That was awesome. That guy was so kind, so helpful. Japan is an interesting place. I think the majority of what you get is very helpful people. There are some downsides though. Talk about those later. Turns out it was a good thing we left a little early because I need all the help I can get. It's Tokyo Station, by the way, but looks like it's gonna be a beautiful day. Let's try again. Gate 1 of 2 complete. I have no clue what I'm doing wrong here. That's my train, Hayabusa 7. It won't let me through. Oh my god. Well, figured it out just in time. We're gonna do a lot of Shinkansen trains tomorrow, so I'll give you a more thorough tour then. This is the green car, and it is much better. Oh, I completely forgot to mention I'm going to Hokkaido, which, as far as I'm concerned, is probably the most magical place on Earth. I'm not sure when I realized I had to go to Hokkaido. Maybe it was in Baro-Zawa, or was it in that udon place? I can't even ski, but something about being in the snow is just comforting. Need an iconic view of Japan? Here you go. I had no idea that you could see Mount Fuji on this section of the Shinkansen. What a pleasant surprise. We are 60 miles away, and there it is clear as day. It's unmistakable. This is Sendai. We're not quite halfway to my destination, and morale is still as high as can be. And that's because of this lovely journey. I don't do a lot of first class travel, but wow, I could get used to this. Now the juxtaposition between sleeping in a tube hostel and then taking the best seat on the best train in Japan is not lost on me. I've got my priorities, and so far I have no regrets. The bullet train is called the bullet train because it goes fast, and as we blast up north, the amount of snow keeps increasing. Exciting. Sadly, I'm still dealing with a sprained ankle, so there will be no skiing on this trip, but there will be some time spent outdoors. On this journey, I spent a lot of time planning my next few days. Next time I come to Japan, I'm probably going to take things a bit easier and plan in advance. But my absurd schedule will make these next few videos quite a bit more fun for you. Morikawa, 2 more stops. Morale is still high. Just 1 more stop until we get off, and I am so excited. I do love being on the train, but I can't wait to get where we're going. And welcome to Hokkaido. Probably the place I want to go more than any other. See that mountain over there? We're heading that way. This is Shin Hakodate. We need to get to normal Hakodate. Let's see if I can figure that out. This is so cool. It feels like I'm in a different country right now. It is freezing here though. Since I have absolutely no idea what I'm doing, I'm waiting for the line to die down before I give it a shot. Everything's in Japanese. All right, here's the deal. The Hakodate liner gets here in 10 minutes, and I have no idea if it's reserved seating or not. I'm gonna try to get on, and if they kick me off, then I guess we'll figure it out then. Not surprisingly, I was on the wrong track. Made it. Hakodate, Hokkaido, Japan. This place does feel like an entirely different country. In the same way that Alaska is part of the United States, I guess this is part of Japan. My hotel is actually right there. It's the Japan Rail Hotel. I've never stayed in a railroad-owned hotel before, so this should be exciting. I also just found out that it's a holiday in Japan, which might explain why things are a little bit more crowded than I expected them to be. Long way from Oakland. God. I've only been here for 15-20 minutes and this place is already really cool. So different than a place like Tokyo. It's just another world here. I'm getting the feeling that fish is the way to go at a place like Hakodate. But I need ramen. Over in the west, it's snowing, and I think that means it's about to be snowing here. Boats, not for me. That was so good. Turns out ramen was the right choice. I mean, we have good ramen in the Bay, but nothing quite like that. I was warm for about 2 minutes. Now I'm cold again, but it's time to check into the hotel. Japan is pretty great, but nowhere is perfect. There's really not much that's train themed about this hotel at all. I mean, I guess there are a few nice touches. I got some of these pancakes from Lawson just to see how they compare to the ones from 7-Eleven. I thought they were going to be identical, but surprisingly, they're just not quite as good. Easily one of my favorite things to do when I travel is send postcards to people back home. Looks like the snow got here just in time. Oh, and by the way, the thing I was frantically searching for yesterday was an instant camera, but apparently they're so popular in Japan, they're sold out everywhere. So I got this instead, a Kodak FunSaver. Let's go put it to good use. I think it'll take about 30 minutes to walk over to the base of the mountain and then maybe another hour or so to get to the top. No way. I was 100%, I mean, fully committed to walking up this mountain until I saw this. I'm even starting to warm up a little bit, but based on the number of tour buses here, this is just the thing to do in Hakodate. No idea what that means. I actually had the audacity to believe that I would be the only one on top of this mountain. But turns out there's a cable car that goes up to the top and it's a holiday. Okay, this one else. So the view from up here is objectively very cool. Although this is more of a tourist attraction, not really my kind of scene. I don't know if that's because it's the Emperor's birthday or it's just like this every Sunday. Either way, I just realized I can do something tomorrow that's very interesting, but grueling and kinda dumb. And I'll tell you about it next time. Hit subscribe so you don't miss it, and if you made it this far, you'll love this video. Thanks for watching. I think I got it.